Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about Idris Elba appearing to call for the banning of all knives, even kitchen knives, in the UK, because apparently he believes that banning these objects will somehow bring the harm rates down in the UK. I don't get how this is going to do anything. This is the same type of argument that they use for banning pew-pews and thinking that the crime rate of people acquiring those said pew-pews is somehow going to decrease, even though the bad people get them regardless of what laws you put in place. So doing so will not be a negative towards anyone except for good people. Same thing when it comes to pew-pews. So let's get into this article, of course, from Fandom Pulse right here. Actor Idris Elba, known for his role as Heimdall in the MCU and the voice of Knuckles in the Sonic the Hedgehog films, appeared to call for the banning of all knives, even kitchen knives. Ex-user Lord Bebo shared a clip of an interview Elba conducted with the BBC discussing his new documentary, Our Knife Crime Crisis. In the video, Elba says, quote, "The truth is that kitchen knives are perhaps 25% of the knives used in the most terrible of harm. That's one of the stats in the films, and those kitchen knives are usually a domestic situation." Okay. Quote, "So kitchen knives, of course, it's very difficult. They're a domestic knife," he continued. "I do think there's areas of innovation that we can do with kitchen knives. I hate to say it, not all kitchen knives need to have a point on them. That sounds like a crazy thing to say, but it actually would reduce, you can still cut your food without the point of the knife," which is an innovative way to sort of look at it. Again, you are going to take away what normal people need for making food because a bunch of terrible people exist. Again, it's the same argument people use where they want to ban pew-pews because a couple of bad people use them in a bad way. So that takes away those said pew-pews from good citizens who have not done anything wrong when it comes to their two-way amendment or their Second Amendment. And in a country in crisis, I'm sorry, but yeah, let's look at that. No. How about we don't look at that? We honestly understand that you have bodyguards and security at all times, whereas normal people do not. Next, he said, "But the truth is all knives, the loophole in the heritage knives allows the sale of ninja swords to be sold." Again, what majority of people do you know are buying ninja swords? So while you've got your granddad's sword on there and you want that, that's fine, of course, but it is leaving a loophole for someone to carry a ninja sword. Again, what part of the population is going around carrying a ninja sword? So again, you're taking the minority and making it a majority problem. Elba then declared, quote, "So let's ban them all, and if you have one of those knives, get a license for it. Simple as that. How about no, you crazy individual?" And I think it's a small contribution to society if you say, right, I'm going to back that. I'll get a license for my granddad's sword. How about no? Because it is leaving these kids vulnerable, he concluded. Supposedly. It's your opinion, by the way. Elba previously called for a ban on machetes in an interview with Sky News in January 2024. See, something like that would also be stupid, because then that would disrupt people like myself who work in the job that I do that uses that type of device. So no, absolutely not. Interestingly enough, George Mason noted back in June 14th, 1788, during the Virginia Ratifying Convention, that disarming the populace is the most effectual way to enslave them. He said, "To disarm the people is the best and most effectual way to enslave them." It's the same reason places like Australia were able to be easily taken over by their government, and other places that don't allow pew-pews. Which is why I believe that shouldn't be a thing. I believe that they should have the right to bear arms. I believe everywhere should have the right to bear arms, so that you do not get taken over by a corrupt government. That is the reason we have the Second Amendment, to fight against a corrupt government or terrorism, domestic and foreign, as it would say. So no, we're not going to ban this, just like we don't want to ban pew pews. We want to have our Second Amendment rights. If our First Amendment doesn't work, the Second Amendment is right there, as someone like Dave Chappelle would say. So no, Idris Elba, we do not want to do that. Obviously, I don't live in the UK. I live in the US. Where you live, I wouldn't want that for you either. I wouldn't want that for the citizens who are not doing anything incorrect to have to worry that you want this to be called for. So, those are just my thoughts on this. I appreciate you guys for hanging out and watching the videos. Smash the like button if you do like the video. Comment below if you feel about this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.